Good morning. Welcome back to AVSkyblock public server. This is Mac G and we are here on our island in the sky. And I have to apologize because I know I haven't recorded in a few days. Okay, so about a week. Life's been a little busy here. I've still been working hard, as you might be able to see a little bit here and there. You know, there's some trees over there. The outline of the building for that one is done. Um, it was spring break this week, and I work in childcare. And when the kids are on vacation, I am extra busy. Simply, I'm the one who plans their vacations and does all that stuff. And so I had to work extra hard this week. Not that it's a bad thing, but boy, was I extra tired. So, also on spring breaks or vacation days, my kids are home. And I have a 6-year-old and a 10-year-old, both boys. And let me tell you, that does not make for quiet recordings. So, I took a week off of recording. I know I've been doing that a lot lately, and I thank you for being patient with me. But let me show you all the things that we have done. As you can see, I have cut the outline for some river work going through our island. And I have been terraforming that corner over there. I've moved our enchanting and I've moved our storage and workspace. And I'm still working on moving the Ender farm, or not Ender farm. I've gone to the Ender farm here a few times, but our mob farm, I've been moving it over here. You can see it's sandstone and obsidian. I kind of like the way that looks, and I'm adding to it a little bit of an experiment. I have no idea if this is going to work or not, but I've added that onto it, and let's go take a look and see what it is. So, this right here, I need to go grab a slab, but that's okay. It's okay. This is 12 portals, nether portals, or nether portals. Derp de derp. I'm having a derp day. But these are 12 nether portals set up. Oh, I still need to light these ones up. Do I have my flint and steel? Nope. Okay, well, we can go get that. And the idea is when a pigman comes through, of course, because everybody who plays with ender portals know that pigmen come through it. They'll walk off the edges. We've got our water troughs to catch them and push them to the center. And they will fall down. Now, this is set above our normal spawner. So, they will come down this tube and fall. Hopefully enough, because it's more than just a little bit of damage that they would take to make them one hits. It's hopefully enough to make it enough damage that they will die on impact. And we'll gather up their rotten flesh and their gold, and hopefully that will be enough. Now let's drop down here. Plunk. I need in my stuff and things, because we need one of those. And I need in my toolbox for that. And then we'll go back up there and we'll just top that little bad boy off. Like I said, this is an experiment, and I can even show you why it's an experiment here in just a moment. Let's get down here so we can boink. Yep, those are all spawnable spaces until we light them up. Boink. Boink. And boink. Now, let's go through a portal. we're safe. We'll be in the end. Or in the nether. And see, there's a pigman there. Hi. Don't push me off, bro. But we'll go back through, and what happens is we don't come back to our normal portal. Because this is the server. We are 561 by 1 by 1199. 560 by 1199. So, we are not at our home island. Now, I don't know if I can smash this portal to, if I break this portal, will it then cause them to come through on mine? I don't know. I'll have to talk to Wandom Will or some of the other guys on the server just to see if it'll work. But let's get back to our island. That's weird. Because that's 562. See, that shows that portal wasn't too far from here. I don't know enough about servers to know what's going on with that. So let's take a look at what I've done over here. And we'll even do a little bit of work adding in. I've grown a lot of flowers. I've grown a lot of grass, as you can see. This won't take a whole lot of time. We'll come down here. And yeah, this is pretty much exactly what I've been doing. Filling in layers and layers. I had, when I started this project, a detailed drawing of exactly how I wanted this to look. And it's a beautiful drawing. But the reality of it is I've kind of stopped using that. I thought I had it set up just exactly right, and I was following along with it, and everything was going to be good, and things weren't quite lining up when I was building. So I've started freeforming a lot of this. It kind of started when I got this in the wrong place. This is not where it was supposed to be, but that's okay. So we've gone through and we've adapted, we've improvised, we've overcome. So yeah, I keep seeing that, and that drives me nuts. Every once in a while, even though there's a torch right there, every once in a while I see yellow X's on here. And it kind of scares me a little, simply because I've had some bad experiences. I have gone through like 4 sets of wings, well, maybe not 4, but 3 sets of wings, all because, my collection. I've set this up in the ceiling. There's piping under between the ceiling, between this roof, this ceiling, and the farm, where it all pipes down into here. Got the head set up. I got everything all set up for sorting. So I'm ready for when we add, gold nuggets, and I think what we'll do is actually add another barrel for rotten flesh. But seeing as I've had that running for a while now, and I haven't gotten anything from it, I don't think it's gonna work. But hey, for a single player game, it's probably not too big a deal. So I had last night, I kind of rage quit. I was kind of floating up here with my wings, and I hit the barrel so that I could get my diamonds. I was gonna make another beacon last night, and I had like 52 diamonds in there. You can see how many are in there now. They popped out on the floor, and as I dropped down to pick them up, they disappeared. It's like they fell through the floor. It's like they fell through into the nothing. So I was a little grumpy about that, and I admit I just kind of rage quit. I said screw it, and I went away for a little while. And actually, this is the first time I've been back since doing so. Yeah, because I was a little upset. Okay, maybe more than a little. Let's see if we can top off our ender generator. Our ender pearl generator. Yep. We'll have to go back to the ender farm soon. When we go to the ender farm, I do have a looting 3 swords, so it doesn't take us nearly as long to fill up our ender pearls. We've got some soul sand for sifting here soon. So the other thing I have been doing every now and then, as you can see, I've expanded this out quite a bit. We still have a ways to go. You can see on our mini map up above. And what I do is I just simply use my hammer, because I have a really good hammer, and I'll break this out. Using the hammer to make the gravel. And this is all grunt work that's kind of boring to watch, so I don't inflict that upon you. We're almost into our cactus farm. Hey, 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 hey. And because I've been using that instead of that, I don't have any. Come on. Come on. Okay. So what we need to do now is avoid that. We might just have to make that out of, oh, pardon the sniffles. We might just have to make, yeah, let's just do it now. We've got enough obsidian. Let's just make it now. Let's see where we are at a corner. Go ahead and take a moment there, and then doop 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 doop. So that means we're gonna put the torch back here. Grab this one because we don't have a whole lot of torches. And what this means is I'll just do all of this with obsidian so I don't break it like that again. Anyway, so yeah, I just kind of cut it out as I go. There's the pipe for that. Okay, well, I'll do that later. And then I'll get there, you know, I'll cut the swath through, and then I'll actually cut this top layer out. And once I get that top layer out, I will vein mine a bunch of it and clear it all out quick. So we'll just put those in there, and we'll go back up topside. Now I don't have any projects set up for today because, well, actually I do have something I need your help with. I'll show you that I've added some mossy stone around the fountain, and I still need to build the fountain. I've changed my welcome sign to here, So when you come in, the first thing you see is our fountain, so we need to work on that. But what I need your help with is right here. On the inside of my little houses, I need to figure out which wood do I want to use for the interiors. Now I have 3 of these. These are going to be the windows. But we've got, you know, standard oak with the gray. This one's the spruce, dark oak, birch, and acacia. Now I'm usually not a big fan of acacia because it's orange, and I'm not a fan of orange really. But you know, if the situation calls for it, I could use it without complaining too much. Especially if it looks good with the gray. I think we need something with some color to break up that gray. We could even use a couple of colors. You know, this dark oak is very chocolatey. It doesn't look too bad. Dark chocolate. We've got a little milk chocolate, some tan, some light tan. I love that this mod pack is very light and doesn't have a whole lot of mods to it. There are some things that I would kind of like to have in it, but I'm not gonna be that guy that gripes about what I don't have. But some bamboo trees would be awesome. Because of the amount of dirt that we are making or needing to make, I have upped my tree, or I've brought the tree farm back over here. I've been composting, as you can see, leaves, and I've been composting, well, you saw the sugar cane there, but I've also been composting carrots and potatoes and wheat, chicken and cactus. I've been working on it all. Mainly because, you know, I need a ton. Oh, hey, got a lot of chickens. A lot of chickensies. Right on. Because I need a lot of dirt. You know, this whole island eventually is going to kind of look like this. Maybe not as much water. This is kind of a river delta over here. This is, like I say, this is going to be kind of the river delta over here. As you can see, I've got a little pond off of the river. This one I'm actually not going to put water in. I'm just going to leave it as a little depression with the elevation changes. And it's going to come over here. You know, all of this is going to, all this gray and green that you see here, the mossy stone, cobblestone, and all this cobblestone, it's going to get a layer over it. We're going to cover that up until to the industrial slab. And this is going to get turned into a building. We're going to make a giant greenhouse, or at least, you know, this corner of it's going to be a greenhouse. I might leave this open and just build around the farms. Might build a automatic smelting machine. I've seen a few of them that look really, really nice and work really, really well. Put it under here and turn that, like I was saying, into our smokestack chimney, industrial chimney. So, yeah, that's what I've been doing. That's where I've been for the last week, what I've been up to. Oh, I actually have a chest for quest stuff. Huh. Not just my special projects box. You can see how much lapis we have. We even have more. We haven't moved stuff over. Wither boss, yeah. I need to move some stuff over here. We need to make some potions too. But since we lost that darn near stack of diamonds, yeah, it's gonna be a little slow going to get that back before we have another before we have a chance to have another wither. And we're not going to do the wither fight. We're just going to do the quest to get the star and the stuff. You might wonder why do I only carry one arrow? Well, on my bow, excuse me again, got the tickle in my throat. Excuse me. Whoa. Our bow. Power 4, Unbreaking 3, and Infinity. That's why I only carry one arrow now. Oof. Take a drink of coffee. I used up I made up a few dollies because it was so much easier to move on the moving day. Excuse me. Oof. Moving day was a heck of a lot easier having 6 dollies. So I've rearranged my chests a little bit. We've got some organic stuff. We've got the toolbox. Then we got our stuff and things box. Coals. Although we haven't been doing a whole lot of cooking or smelting. Special projects. In here right now I have an invisibility and a couple of fire resistance. Because this is what we have left. And I can actually move these, I think. Excuse me. Holy moly, a tickle in my throat. Okay, emergency mute for a really loud cough. Sorry about that. We have plenty of iron. We just haven't gone through and made it into bars. Ingots? Bars. So I think because we are looking kind of low on gravel, I think what I'm going to do is take it's in here. I've got a stack of fortune upgrades in here because they don't take any extra power, but I'm going to take these 15 speed upgrades. It's going to slow this down a lot, but I'm going to put them into this hammer. I'm going to speed that up a lot. And that should still be fairly balanced. Watch that. Oh. Hey. No. Didn't even. Oh. Now it's moving. There we go. Now it's moving. Excuse me. Wow. But it stays fairly close to the top all the time. And this here isn't really dropping. So our power usage is pretty balanced right now. So we're not going to mess with a whole lot of that. And we're just going to let this sift slow. And we're going to let this smash fast. We're going to build that back up. Put those in. We've got 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We have 16 crucibles making lava right now, which is then being made into obsidian, which is how I've had... Oh, there it moved. How I've had so much obsidian to do all these projects. There we go. Also, we have on our... This is our beacon. We've got a enough beacons that we'll be able to run all 4 maxed out. We'll just pop up through this hole in the ground. So we'll be able to run all 4 beacons right there. Yep. Just got to get them made. And the goal is each of these giant heads will have a beacon inside of them. So we'll have a lot of beams coming up out of things just to give it kind of a mystical, magical look and kind of explain why we have a floating island in the sky. Yeah, I kind of like that idea, you know. Why is it floating? Well, it's magic. Even though there's no magic mods in this pack, and I love that. I really, really do like that there are no magic mods. So, yeah. Fly along our river here. A river runs through it. Some little details all over the place. Tons of flowers. Lots of grass. I used blue stained glass here. That's something else we need to do, and we need to come down a ways to do it, is we need to make a squid farm. So we could get some black squid ink sacs, some black dye. That won't be hardly any problem. Hardly even worth mentioning making the farm. A bridge is going to go over the river. So yeah, I've got lots of plans for it. I've got lots of things to do, and that's what I've been working on. So let's run up here real quick so you can get kind of a really cool top-down look at things through the clouds. We'll turn the clouds off here in just a second. Yeah. Oh, I like that. Alright, let's pop over here. Options. Video settings. Clouds off. Just for the moment. Let's drop down a little bit, see if we can get that back corner in. I want to take a screenshot. F1. F2. There we go, screenshot. So, this is MacG with MacG Mania, and I want to thank you for joining me on the AVSkyblock public server. There's information that'll be down there, you know, down there. There'll be information down there, and I want to thank you for joining me as always. And we'll get a couple of projects going here. We'll do some building. I know a lot of what we've been doing is I work a lot off camera and then show you what I've done. And with a skyblock like this, it's kind of, because it's so grindy and it's really kind of dull to just watch somebody lay blocks or whatever. I haven't been inflicting that upon you, but we've got some projects to get to work on, and I think under the industrial pad is where we're going to put our squid farm. Yeah, we've got a lot of things to do still. A lot of ways to go. And just so you can see it before we leave, we'll take a look at our level. We'll update that. We're at 1614. We've come a long ways. And we're currently sitting in 5th place. Now it's going to take a long time before we go to anywhere else. And that's simply because those other guys, they're animals, man. They just have been working and working and working. And not saying we haven't been, but, you know, it's a little slow going. All right. Well, thank you very much for joining me, and I hope you have a great day. Look for more videos to be coming back out again soon. I think we're going to revisit The single player, now that 1.9 has come out, we'll start that up again on regular vanilla. And let's see. The other thing I've been looking at doing is another modded Skyblock, but this is Project Ozone. And I've been playing it off and on here and there, and I've really been enjoying it. So thank you for joining me. Let's not fall through the world. And have a great day.